Hi book friends! Today's episode of Biblio Happy Hour is brought to you by Biblio Finder, a new online directory for independent bookstores. Biblio Finder allows users to find bookstores worldwide based on your current or planned location. Hi book friends! Welcome to Biblio Happy Hour, a podcast that's sharing bookseller stories, what's new in books, and everything bookish. I'm your host, Victoria Wood. In today's show, we'll be talking to Liza Bernard, and she is one of the co-owners at NORWICH Bookstore, located in Norwich, Vermont. Before I get started with today's show, I just wanted you to know that you can tune in to our Biblio news segment every Monday right here on Biblio Happy Hour. We'll be sharing new releases for the week, other titles to look out for in future, bookstore events, and what's trending. Looking for more bookish content? You can listen to our off-the-cuff discussions, get top-shelf monthly recommendations, behind-the-scenes content, perks, and more over on our Patreon page. Patreon allows listeners like you to support a show you love, plus it helps us to grow and embark on new and amazing projects for both the book and bookstore community. It's super easy, so just check out the details and the different levels you can support us over at patreon.com/bibliofinder. And wherever you're listening to this podcast, please don't forget to share, subscribe to the show, and leave us a rating and review. Alrighty everyone, let's talk with our guest. Liza, thank you so much for coming on the show, and welcome to Biblio Happy Hour.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
We're so happy to have you. So really quick before we get started, are you a coffee or a tea person?
Oh, definitely tea.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite?
English breakfast.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Tell us about your bookstore. Tell us about Norwich Bookstore, where you're located. And if you don't mind, share a bit about your town as well.
Well, Norwich Bookstore is 25 years old in August. We opened in 1994, and we are located in Norwich, Vermont, which is a village about halfway up the state on the New Hampshire border. So we're on the east coast of Vermont, and that puts us about 2 miles from Dartmouth College. And we're located in a small square that's home of the post office, a cafe, a clothing and gift store, wine store, and the area is called the Upper Valley, Vermont, New Hampshire. So it really crosses both sides of the river, and it's actually known as the largest micropolitan area in the United States, which I thought was an interesting claim to fame. But we're just 2 miles from the Dartmouth College campus, and we do a lot on campus and with visiting authors with them, work with the professors, students come here. So we do have a great relationship with the college. A lot of the local community is built around both the college and their medical center. So it's a pretty vibrant community.
What can readers and fellow book lovers and just anyone wandering in your store, what can they expect?
Okay, well, the bookstore is located, as I said, in a little complex, and our two neighbors are historic buildings, historic old white houses in Norwich. And we were built as a new building in between them, match the architecture of the village. And so when you come into the store, first of all, you'll get a friendly greeting, of course, but there's a very light, we've got a lot of windows, natural light, the store is clean. We have displays around combination of books and other book-related items, and lots of knowledgeable booksellers here.
I remember you mentioned earlier that you first opened in 94. How does it feel, one, to be running a bookstore for such a long time, and what would you say has aided in your success for being open for 25 years?
Oh, well, being in business for 25 years, we've seen a lot of changes in the industry, and then some things remain the same. The things that remain the same are the books and the ideas and the readers and the discussions and the excitement over the new lists. And the things that are so different is, for example, when we first started, we didn't even know if we needed a computer. And here we are 25 years later providing digital downloads of books from our website. that whole world has changed, yet the idea of sharing books and ideas with the community is still the same.
Was being a bookstore owner something you had always envisioned? Was this something you planned on doing, or did an opportunity present itself and you just decided, well, okay, I'm going to jump on board?
Well, that's an interesting story. Penny McConnell is my business partner, and she and I met over 30 years ago in a book study group. And she was then working at a bookstore that was one of the oldest independent bookstores in the country. It no longer is in business. But she was doing that, and I was supporting myself, designing and making handwoven and knit clothing, and then as an art consultant. And we were both at our transition point in the early 90s, and we were just imagining what might come next. And because I was always envious of what she did at the bookstore, I broached the idea of starting a business together. And we took 2 years to talk about it, learn about it, explore. So she came in with bookstore experience, I came in with business experience, and we made it happen. It was almost 2 years to the date from our first meeting to opening the doors.
Hey guys, listen to the full podcast episode over on our Patreon page. So Patreon allows listeners like you to support the show, as well as our online directory for independent bookstores. You'll also get additional perks for joining, such as discount codes for some awesome products and services. You'll be able to share your input and submit questions for the show, get behind the scenes content, weekly business updates, shout outs, plus lots more. That's patreon.com/bibliofinder. I'm really looking forward to talking with you there.